Hello, welcome to a VO's Journey. Today, Friday, December 1st, we're going to talk about taking the most important step in growing your voiceover business. All right? This has to be done in order for you to succeed. And so many of us are just not doing it, right? I see it, especially with a lot of the newer people that I start coaching with. It takes them a little time to do this, and because of that, the time that it takes, they just fall behind. And we're going to discuss that today and hopefully get you past that hump so that you can start getting work. Super important. Really quick, thank you so much for all the wonderful comments yesterday from yesterday's video. I was doing really well, and I appreciate it. And really, we discussed, the auditioning and getting out there. So I just want to reiterate that before we get into this next phase or talk about today. Audition, audition, audition. Do not stop. Okay? Do not let up, especially during this time of year. Because here's the thing. Remember, it's a snowball. Just as a quick recap, it's a snowball. So whatever you do now, you're not necessarily going to feel it within the next week or two. But what you will feel it is a couple 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks, all of a sudden it's going to be hitting on all cylinders. Stuff is all of a sudden going to start happening, and you're going to be like, why is it all happening? And it's because of the work that you did previously, and you won't even feel like it because you would have forgotten those things. Right? But again, it's planting seeds. Think of it as planting seeds. I'm planting a seed here. I'm planting a seed there. I'm planting a seed. It takes time to cultivate that. But by planting those seeds, they will grow and they will come back to you, but you've got to plant them. Okay? And you've got to keep doing it. And you got to keep doing it. I don't know what was my little thing there. But keep doing it. Okay? Don't stop. Okay, now getting into what we're talking about today. The thing that I see most voice actors not doing is creating. And what do I mean by that? Creating content. Content in the form of demo samples, video samples, one read, background music samples, anything that you can create. Voice actors, I see a lot of new ones are not creating. They're not making anything. You've got to make stuff on a regular basis. This is the positive thing about auditioning too, right? Because by auditioning, you can use a lot of that audition work to use as samples and to grow and to generate work. You know what I mean? And to generate things that you can put on your website, generate things you can share. Generate more things to put in more demos that you can then share to more places. And a lot of the platforms, especially the pay-to-play platforms, the platforms we were talking about auditioning on, the more samples you put up on them, all right, and I can call a sample as a single spot demo is what I'm thinking of as a sample. All right, a demo reel I think of as 4, 5, 6 spots. All right, a sample demo or a sample demo spot is like one spot, one read. Okay, is what I mean by spots, is one read. Create these and put them up. New keywords, different descriptions for them. Okay, different titles for each of these samples and these creations that you're making, and put them up everywhere. So you can look at this as part 1, part 2, or combined from yesterday's video. And that means we are auditioning and we are putting up consistent demos and samples. We're making them, and most people aren't making anything. We're just kind of, hoping for the best. We can't do that. You got to take the reins, or you got to take the head by the reins. I don't even know what the heck that saying is, but you gotta take it. You gotta take the reins, and you've got to make it happen yourself. That sounds better. Just take the damn reins. Oh my gosh, I said a bad word too. What's happening on this Friday? I never say a bad word on my YouTube channel. It's time for everything. We have come to that moment. I apologize. But you've got to take the reins, and you've got to push yourself forward. No one else is going to do it for you. You've got to start making demo samples, demo reels, promos, whatever you have to make. And I use promo, the word lightly, not just promo as in a TV promo, but samples that are going to promote you. You've got to make them, and you got to put them up on places. Even if you think at this moment in time they're not perfect, nothing's ever going to be perfect. It won't. You are always going to think it could be better. Trust me. All right. At this point, I've done thousands and thousands of voiceovers, and I'm sure they all could have been better. They were still good, but they could have been better. Like, you're always going to feel like it could be better. Okay, you got to get past that and work through it. I can promise you this, you're not going to destroy your business. Now, of course, this channel is about my opinions and what I've seen, what I've helped other people do, what my journey has been. And I have done a lot of crazy things, and it's not destroyed my business. I've tried a lot of stuff. It's not destroyed my business. All right, you're not going to hurt your business by putting something out, trying and getting better, even if it's not perfect right now. But you have to create. You've got to make. You've got to put yourself out there, whether you've got to write it yourself, whether you rewrite something, all right, whatever it is, you've got to put work out there and use it in tandem with the auditions, because you can use the auditions as well, and create those samples and put them up on your accounts as well. So now you've got two ways. I was going to go like this. You've got two ways to get work. You're auditioning, and you're also putting up a lot of samples and work on these sites, which people will also be searching they don't want to do the audition process. I'm nuts today. I don't know what it is. It's because it's later in the day. That helps you now get double the opportunity. You're auditioning constantly, and you're starting to get more search traffic of people who are going to be able to find you and interested in working with you. Does that make sense? So you want to get both of those up, and they run in tandem. Do both of them. By doing the auditioning process, you already have now both, and you can process that audition even a little bit more. You can get better at working at, creating your demos and your DIY stuff. It's a process. You're not going to be perfect right out the gate. That's okay, because you can switch these things out. When you put something up somewhere, it's not permanent. You can take it down and replace it. But don't wait, for a year or 2 years. Don't wait. Because in the meantime, you could have been working, and you could get, now you might not get a lot of work in the beginning. That's okay, because you need to get better. But it's at least for me. And I think someone commented in one of the other videos about failing forward. I love to say that. I love to stumble forward to success. That's what I like to try to. It's messy. You get bruised up a lot. Okay? When you're constantly falling forward. It can hurt. But the point is, you're moving forward. Okay? You're not just standing still or going backwards. And I'll never forget that thing from Braveheart, right? Where he says, what happens if we don't do anything? Nothing. Nothing will happen. And I don't want to live with nothing happening. We'll leave it at that. I hope you guys have a wonderful Friday and a wonderful weekend. Please make sure you check out VO's Journey Elite Academy. We'd love to have you. I just got done doing our daily live session in our Discord channel where I do office hours. That's separate from all the live classes we have, 5 live classes a week as well. We're really big about live interaction, talking to being supportive, being like there. So you talk to me and our coaches constantly. It's not everything's not pre-recorded, even though we do have pre-recorded courses. But it's more about the live interaction in our academy. So check out the link below. We'd love to have you. Have a wonderful weekend. Create, create, create. Don't stop making. That is the key to your success. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.